welcome to Titan Country at Olympus High School. I'm Calvin Fuller.
And I'm Jackson Bodley.
And we'll be your commentators tonight. Olympus is 10-5 after beating the Murray Spartans 50-25. Olympus is 10-5 after beating the Murray Spartans 50-25 last Tuesday. Murray is 8-9. Brighton is 8-9 after beating the East Leopards 67-17 last Tuesday. Let's talk about what Olympus did against Murray. Olympus had a great night where each of the starting five scored at least 6 points. One thing they were able to do was limit the scoring from then lead scorer Mia Audclair. At the time, she averaged 17.3 points per game. This is big and crucial for the Titans because Murray struggled to make points without the then second lead scorer Ayana Bay. Olympus never looked back as they pulled away from the Spartans, finding scoring from a whole crew of players. The team is a complete 180 from what they were before Christmas break. How about this Brighton team? Brighton is 8-9 and 3-3 in region play. This team was able to beat Skyline East, but weren't able to beat Murray. For Brighton, they have two lead scorers just like Murray. Brighton's leading scorer is Olivia Stevens with 14.5 points per game, followed by Sophie Nielsen with 14.3 points per game. Then the next scores an average of 8.6 points per game. That's a drop, but it's not as severe as Murray. They also have two players that mainly rebound the ball. Charlotte O'Neill with 8.9 rebounds per game, and Sophie Nielsen with an average of 8.3 rebounds per game. This team feels like it is somewhat complete. Last time, we're now in the second half of region play, so let's talk about what happened last time. Brighton was the first team Olympus played in region play. On January 3rd, the Titans beat the Bengals 53-49. This game was pretty even throughout the whole game, except for the first quarter. Olympus scored 20 points to Brighton's 11 points. This is what won for the Titans. For Olympus, Kylie Travanillo and Josh Baker scored 15 points. For Brighton, Sophie Nielsen scored 16 points, and Olivia Stevens scored 15 points. Now on to the keys of the game with Jackson Bodley.
Thanks, Calvin. I think I'm going to start right here with Brighton. And really what they've been doing all year is shooting the three-point shots. They've made a ton of threes all season. They made 3 times as many threes as Olympus, and tonight they just got to continue to do that. And they are shooting a lot of threes, but the good thing about it is they're making them at a high rate. They're shooting the three at over 30%, which is great. And so tonight, Olympus are going to try and take the ball out of their leading scorers. And your role players that have been shooting the three all year, just going to have to continue doing that to put some points up on the board. Then let's move on to Olympus. Like you mentioned, they're playing really great right now. They've won a ton of games in a row. And really, on offense, they've been near perfect. Their ball distribution's been great. Each player's contributing in a different way, contributing points. It hasn't just been one single player. But defensively, the one problem is they've had getting the ball like they tried to out of the opposing team's best player. Like we saw Ayana Bay, whenever she got the ball, she was consistently getting to the free throw line or making shots. And so tonight, that's one thing to work on defensively is getting the ball out of Brighton's best players.
Now we will head to a break for the national anthem. You've been watching Olympus Titans versus Brighton girls basketball pregame on OlyTV.
Please welcome Nick Petrie and Rebecca Seidel.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there.
Nice job, Nick and Rebecca. Thank you. Let's meet our starters tonight. First for the visiting Bengals.
Now,
High School.
for your starting lineups,
Number 2,
brought to you
Olivia
by
Stevens.
Oz, of course.
Number 4, Sophie Nielsen.
For the Bengals, we have number 4, Sophie Nielsen.
Number 21, Lucy Chin.
We have number 2, Olivia Stevens.
34,
We have number 20, Maya Mishmash. Number 21, Lucy Chin. And number 34, Charlotte O'Neill.
At guard, number 0, junior, Addie.
Now for Olympus. Number 0, she's a guard, sophomore, junior Addie Shimoda. Number 11, senior guard AV Karen.
At center, a senior, number 25, Abby Topham.
Number senior at forward, Abby Topham. Number 25. Number 30, forward, she's just a sophomore, Joss Baker. And at number 35, guard and point guard, junior Kylie Trabanino. And those were your starting lineups for tonight's game.
And looking at those starting lineups, an interesting thing is the leading scorer for both teams are a sophomore or younger. A freshman for Brighton and a sophomore for Olympus. 2 young teams here going at it.
I think the key thing to watch out for Brighton tonight is their 3-point scoring. Like Jack mentioned, they score a lot of threes. Just for reference, Olympus beat Murray 50-25. Brighton lost to Murray 56-54 in overtime. And the jump ball goes to AV Karen of the Titans. Now to Shimoda for 3. Unable to get it in, and out of bounds called.
Out of bounds, ball goes over to the Titans.
And right there for Brighton, a weird tip. It goes to the side. They're scrambling back on defense. Olympus gets an open look, but then they just can't rebound the ball and gives it right back to Olympus after they luckily got a miss there.
Trabanino will inbound the ball for the Titans. Inside to Joss Baker to Shimoda. Unable to get 2 points there. Trabanino gets out of trouble, and now Karen for a layup and unable to get it inside the basket.
Olympus, they haven't scored yet, but they've gotten a lot of good looks here in the first 20 seconds.
Fouls on number 30.
I wouldn't be worried if I was Olympus. There's still a lot of time left. Stevens with it for the Bengals. Hands off to Nielsen. Now Chin. Now back to O'Neill. Nielsen with it. Inside to O'Neill. Now to Trabanino of the Titans. That 3, I think it's a 2 that didn't go. Karen at the basket and a good layup for 2.
This is a great jump there after the missed shot, wasting no time. Everyone running down the court and then finding the open player.
Foul on number 2, Olivia Stevens, her first.
At the free throw line, AV Karen. This is an and 1. And now, Brighton has the ball again. Stevens with it. Hands off to Mishmash.
They stop play here, kid too close to the court.
Now that's a first. We will resume play. Inside to Stevens. Stevens with it. Over to Mishmash. She finds Chin. Now Nielsen. They gotta shoot the ball. Oh, travel. Shimoda with it for the Titans. Over the timeline. Now Karen. Inside. Back to Shimoda. Tip off to Chobonino. Inside to Baker, double team. Unable to get the 2.
And each time Baker's gotten the ball, she's been double teamed.
And out of bounds, it will be Brighton ball. Just a bad pass there. Charlotte O'Neal will inbound for the Bengals. Stevens with it. Over to Nielsen. For 3. Unable to get it for Maya Mishmash. Chobonino to Baker. There she goes. Unable to get it in. Stevens with it for the Bengals. Mishmash finds O'Neal. Now Mishmash. And gets 2. What great play for Maya Mishmash.
And that was just a great offensive possession. Olympus running the man-to-man defense, and they gave each player the ball, and they each took it at their defender, trying to get past them. That time they did.
Drills it. Josh Baker gets a 3. Mishmash with it. Inside now back to Nielsen. The throw over to Stevens. Thought about it. They're passing around the court. Nielsen ultimately has control of the ball. For 3. Unable to get the 3. That's Charlotte O'Neal.
They don't get it to go, but that really helps your floor spacing when all 5 players can shoot the 3.
Baker gets 2. Threads the needle. Nice play by Josh Baker, your leading scorer. For 3. Bang! Lucy Chin. Chobonino has controlled the ball now for the Titans. Topham with it to Shimoda. Karen has control. Double team, but back to Karen. Inside to Baker. There she goes. Oh, that did not go well, and they're toppling on top of each other. And the layup good for Lucy Chin.
Olympus, they've gotten a lot more open looks and good looks than Brighton, but on the good looks Brighton's got, they've cashed in on them, and is the reason they're only down 1 here.
Shimoda with it. For 2. Unable to get it. The signature move by Shimoda. Inside is Mishmash. She gets 2. 2 more points for the Bengals, and they lead by 1 point.
We know how deadly they are from the 3-point line. That time Josh Baker just commits a little too much, and then they do the pump fake right by the defender.
Karen for 3. Unable to get the 3. And now back to Bengals. O'Neal with it. She finds Stevens for 3. Unable to get 3. Topham gets control of the ball here at Olympus. Shimoda with it. Now it's Chobonino. And now it's Shimoda. The Chobonino. A.B. Karen. Shimoda to Karen again. Josh Baker. Shimoda. Inside, there goes Karen. Oh. Tried to go for the shot there, but double team.
Foul on number 34, Charlotte O'Neal.
That's a
her
foul
first,
for
second team foul
Right.
for Brighton. Lady Karen. shooting
First
2.
personal foul for Charlotte O'Neal.
And we're a little over 5 minutes into the first quarter here, and there's been a decent amount of scoring for both teams. 9 points for Brighton and 8 points for Olympus. It's been a nice high-scoring game so far.
That was a pretty close game throughout the last time Olympus played Brighton. Except for the first quarter where Olympus was 9 points above what Brighton scored. Stevens with it. Now Mishmash. Now to Stevens again. Mishmash for 3. Unable to get the 3, but that was a great look.
And the driving kick's always been a big part of basketball. And right there you saw them. They drove inside, Olympus collapsed, and they had 3 different players they could have kicked it out to for an open look.
A travel, Trabanita. What a unfortunate break for the Titans. Mishmash. She finds O'Neal. Stevens with it to Smith. Now it's Mishmash.
And the pass right there just a little off target. Had the pass been more on target, she could have shot that 3. And that foul there, it's not on the wrist, it's a blocking foul where she moved forward with her body and created contact with the legs, not the arm.
Charlotte O'Neal to the free throw line as Olympus Brighton are tied 9 points.
Checking back into Brighton, Chin, number 21.
In for the Bengals is Lucy Chin. In for Maya Mishmash. O'Neal unable to get to there. Shimoda with it. Over to Trabanino. Finds Karen. There goes Josh Baker. Oh! Tries to thread the needle, but unable to get it. And Smith is off to the races. Look at this. Nielsen. Block! Man, oh man. And gets a layup. It goes back to the Bengals.
And Brighton, you had everything right, but great defensive play by Josh Baker to block the ball. But credit for them for sticking with it, finding the ball after it's blocked, checking it down, and then 2 great passes leading to the basket.
Now Baker with it. And now Karen with it to Trabanino. And oh, she almost loses control of the ball. Baker for 3. Unable to get 3. We're under a minute in the first quarter. Smith finds Chin for 3. And a 3 pays off.
And Brian, this offense is looking incredible right now. They get the ball, they're pushing the pace, not wasting any time. And the problem is each player can shoot from the 3-point line, and a lot of them can shoot from even beyond that, like we just saw there. So you have to be on it at every time.
Unfortunate air ball there by Topham. My, oh my. 14-9, the Bengals lead.
Foul on 25, Abby Topham, second. Checking in for the Titans, number 20, Taylor Rosander.
Now Taylor Rosander and Riley Rice are in.
And this is a 12-1 run right now for Brighton. Olympus got up 8-2 early, and since then, 12-1 run.
Stevens with it now. Stevens drives. Oh my goodness.
Out of bounds. Ball goes over to the Titans.
Rice will inbound for the Titans. Now Trabanino with it. Run, run, run. There she goes. Rosander for 2. Almost, but not.
A lot of contact there on the rebound.
Trabanino gets the buzzer beater. Score 14-11 in favor of the Bengals. Great last second play there.
And really just that first quarter, Olympus that got out to a fast start, but after that they really were struggling to try and figure it out. And Brighton took full advantage of what we saw. We talked about earlier, the 3-point shot, and they were making them. And we saw a little bit throughout because they're making them. It forced Olympus to play farther out from the hoop, which had the pump fake and drive open up.
We saw before the game as the teams were practicing, Brighton was consistently making their shots over the arc.
I think the one thing Brighton could work on though offensively is having more accurate passes. There was a lot of times in that first quarter where they were passing to a three-point shooter that was open, but it was off target, so they had to take an extra step to get the ball and didn't have time to shoot it because the defender was already there. And if those passes are on target, they'll have more shots.
Number 21, Lucy Chin has 8 points for the Bengals. Followed by Maya Mishmash. Mishmash will inbound for the Bengals. Hands off the Chin. Now Smith. Now to Mishmash. Smith with it. Over to Chin. Almost trouble there, but Chin still gets control. Now to Smith. That was O'Neal, excuse me. Back to O'Neal. For 3. Air ball.
Doesn't drop, but great job of sensing the double team, looking around, and finding the open player that the double team created.
Schrabanino with it for the Titans. Inside to Baker. And they're on the floor. Jump ball.
Jump ball, tight possession.
Karen with it and will inbound to Josh Baker. She's right there. She's unable to capitalize. It's still the same score as we started with. Mishmash. No. For 3 it is Stevens. My goodness.
And all of these threes by Brighton are a few steps behind the three-point line. They're just creating extra space by stepping back.
Baker over to Karen to Trabanino. There goes Karen to Trabanino. Karen to Rice. Trabanino, they're gonna have to shoot the ball. Wild shot won't go. Over the rim and no good.
And here comes Brian, 3-on-2 fast break.
Mishmash with it. Throw over to Smith. Inside to Stevens. And gets it. Brian pulling away from the Titans early.
And really, they've just playing near perfect since that 8-2 start for Olympus. They're on a 17-3 run. Offensively, they're making passes, making their shots, obviously, and defensively playing straight up one-on-one defense, man defense, and it's really working. Each person contributing and doing their job.
I think the one thing that kills Olympus is just the threes. You make a lot of those and you're up by a lot. It's hard to come back by a lot of points.
And it's not like Olympus isn't getting good looks. We've seen them get like looks at the rim, layups, put-back shots, and open threes that just aren't falling. So eventually those are going to start falling, and they'll get back into this one. But still, they got to figure it out defensively because Brighton's offense is rolling.
The defense for Brighton looking really good. Olympus continues to struggle offensively, not really getting good looks inside, just struggling. But I believe they'll make it at some point. Shimoda with it for the Titans as we resume play. to Rice. Finds Baker. For a 2. Unable to get it. My, oh my. Chin with it to Mishmash. Smith with it inside. Mishmash for 3, excuse me, no good. Shimoda with it. Now Baker, inside, looks good. Back out to Karen for 3, drills it! Crucial points for the Titans.
And that was a great pass, but also great off-ball movement instead of standing around, finding the open space and moving there.
Smith finds Nielsen. Now Chin. Now to Smith. Wow, that looked really good, but it did not go.
And that one's just a little too deep. We know they're good three-point shooters, but from that range, that one's just a little too far, especially it's only a 5-point game.
Nevertheless, that looked really good still. Shimoda to Rice. Rosander finds Shimoda. Round and round. To Karen. Inside. Who gets control of the ball?
How many times have we seen that? A drive to the basket that's stopped by help defense from Brighton. Just being aware of your surroundings. When you see an Olympus player driving next to you, they jump in and slap at the ball.
Nielsen will inbound for the Bengals as a result of the jump ball. Stevens races. And now, Chin. Open for 3. Unable to get 3. That is Nelson in the scramble for the ball. And it goes in for a layup. That is Charlotte O'Neal. Karen for the Titans. Baker with it to Shimoda. Baker with it now. Unable to get in. Circus shot won't go. They race. Yeah. Oh.
The fast offense there, pushing the pace. Olympus can't really get their defense going, and they're forced to foul there.
And Abby Topham is back in for the Titans. And inside, that did not go for Stevens. Now Shimoda with it. Over the timeline, throws over to Rice. Shimoda, thought about it. Karen for 3. Give her 3! Wow!
And what a game for A.V. Karen. She's really been the whole offense for Olympus. Making three-pointers, keeping them in it. She has 10 points.
Mishmash throws over. Unable to get it is Chin. And Brighton's been trying to make a lot of 3s. That's their bread and butter.
And when your main offense is shooting 3s, so you're going to go through phases where you're making them all, and like this, you're going to go through phases where you aren't making any of them.
Ball goes out of bounds, and a timeout is called.
30-second timeout.
And Olympus, they really were able to crawl a little bit closer here with A.V. Karen making 3-point shots and getting open. She's their leading scorer with 10 points, really their main option, really their only option so far this first half.
Besides A.V. Karen, Josh Baker has 5 points. And I think Kylie Trapanino has 2 points of her own. A good game early for Brighton. I think for Olympus, you're going to need to find more scoring to keep it in this one. A.V. Karen cannot just be doing everything for the Titans. Baker Oh my. And out of bounds goes Josh Baker's ball. Baker for the inbound, Rice with it. Throw inside to Baker. Toppling there. Oh no, she loses control of the ball. Oh my. And they race. Stevens gets the layup and it pays off big time.
And if they're good at pushing the pace after a rebound, they're really good after pushing the pace when they get it after a turnover and a steal.
Rice unable to get two. That was a wild shot that did not go. Wright making more clean shots. Chin with it. Throws over to Stevens. Throw over to Nielsen for three. My, oh my. Unable to get it in. That was a lucky break for the Titans. Karen with it. Inside to Topham. Josh Baker. Shimoda with it now. They're going at a ridiculous pace. Topham for three. Oh, yes, sir!
And Brighton, they had every player for Olympus covered besides Abby Topham. They decided to let her shoot, and she made them pay.
And now Titans are within one possession. Now Stevens for three. Unable to get it. Josh Baker gets the ball.
Again, those threes are just a little too deep.
The Titans are down, but they're still very well within reach.
It's actually a one-score game now.
Josh Baker finds Topham to Shimoda. Inside, Josh Baker double team. Rice unable to get it. And Topham unable to finish as well. We'll see who gets the ball. It'll be Brighton ball.
Number 30, Josh Baker, her second. 15th foul for the Titans.
And we're nearly at halftime here. Only 7 total fouls combined for both teams. Very fast-paced, clean game in the foul department.
Josh Baker has really scored a lot of points tonight. I think that contributes to the double team that Brighton does. They know what's up and doing what works.
And both teams just never stop fighting for the ball. Whenever there's a loose ball, a rebound up in the air, it's often the jump ball in this game. Both teams always fighting for the ball.
Everybody wants to win. In case you're unaware, Olympus is undefeated in region play. Not sure what's going on here, but we have a ref at the scoring table. It is a problem with the shot clock. Not surprising, we've had multiple issues with that throughout the season. Trabanino will inbound for the Titans. Maybe this will be good for the Titans. A short break. To Shimoda. Over the timeline. Shimoda. That was a foul on number 45.
A great play there, play design for the Titans, had an open look, but a foul's called earlier on Brighton. Fighting through the screen is too much contact.
Brighton's Addie Smith. That's who it was. Trabanino will inbound for the Titans. Karen. Shimoda with it. Now Trabanino. Trabanino for two. Unable to get it. Who gets the ball?
Another jump ball here. We've seen so many of those in this first half.
Chloe Bontempo and Taylor Rosander in for the Titans.
And there's no shot clock, so Brighton can take this to the half with the lead if they want.
Nielsen with it. Now Stevens for three. Give her three! Wow!
Or not, they can push the pace and double their lead there with a 3.
They just want lead. Pull away from the Titans. Trabanino comes back with the 2. Seems like every time Brighton scores, Olympus comes back with a shot of their own. The question is, can Olympus go back-to-back and score more points? Get back up with the Brighton Bengals.
Yeah, exactly. In that second quarter, the 3s weren't falling for Brighton. Kind of expected that because when they made so many in the first quarter, eventually it's going to even out. And right there in the second quarter, it evened out because they weren't making their shots. Olympus, on the other hand, they created good looks, made some tough mid-range shots. Nabby Topham hit a couple 3s, and now they're down 4, only 4.
I feel like for Olympus, they're just struggling with the tough defense from Brighton.
Yeah, it's been a very good defense. Each player's doing their job, playing their player very close.
All right, we will go to halftime. You've been watching Olympus Titans varsity girls basketball against the Brighton Bengals. The score is 26-22.
Can we please have everyone clear the court? We've got a halftime presentation show. Please welcome to the court our Olympus Dance Company, Orchestras, and Dance Ensemble.
Oh, it sounds better. Okay, no, we're not.
Well done, girls. We also want to announce that in the first ever Utah 5A cheer competition, the Titans placed second today down in Utah Valley, so congratulations to our cheer squad. We'd like to recognize our sponsor tonight, Intermountain Sports Medicine. Olympus High School has a great partnership with Intermountain Healthcare. Tasha's athletic trainer, Mike Everett, is here tonight taking great care of our student athletes. Thank you, Mike.
How do we lift that up?
Welcome back to the court. Start the third quarter, the Olympus ball.
Sorry about that. We are underway with the third quarter for the game. Baker with it for the Titans to Trapanino. She'll go inside. Oh no, it goes way over to the Brighton Bengals.
And you can just see this whole game, they're trying to get the ball to Josh Baker, and every time she gets the ball, the defense is not allowed her to get any good looks.
Nielsen with it. Now over to Chin. Back over to Nielsen. Now it's Stevens. Now Chin. Inside O'Neal. Oh my, that was easy. No one was trying to defend her. She was just smooth sailing. Shimoda with it. To Karen. Topping with it. Oh no. 3 Brighton players right there.
And you can see the window she's trying to put that pass into. It just wasn't there.
Oh, over the hoop, and you got another layup. This is not looking good for the Titans.
It feels like every missed shot that Brighton gets, they're getting an offensive rebound and getting another shot up.
Trapanino, she's guarded. Inside, give her 2. Crucial points for the Titans.
Great play to create your own shot. You have the ball, good set of dribble moves to get past the defender, and a nice layup to finish it.
Stevens with it inside to Mishmash. Oh, she did not get the 3, but that looked really good.
And the rebound there, fighting for it, went off of Olympus. So Brighton gets another chance here again off of their missed shot.
Oh, we got an issue with the court, it looks like. Something.
Yep, something there on the court around there. Just got to clean it up, don't want anyone to slip on it.
Not sure what it is. Not sure why we're having so many problems with things on the court this year, when literally last year we had zilch and not a nothing. Anyways, Nielsen with it, and Stevens for three, unable to get it. Karen, jump ball.
And Olympus, they had the rebound, but Brighton just never stopped fighting for the ball. So after Olympus secured the rebound, they immediately jump on it to force the jump ball. Just never stopping, never relenting.
Now for three, no, she won't do that. Inside, won't go. Nielsen, that is O'Neal, that won't make the two. Dropping it to Karen. To Shimoda. She finds Trapanino. Baker. She'll find Trapanino. Thought about the three inside. Oh no, that is so unfortunate.
Just so many forced turnovers Brighton has done. They've done a great job defensively of every time Olympus drives getting a hand on the ball.
They've had some shots to good players for open threes, and that is not something I would want to do. You know this Brighton team can make threes, and that is something I would not want to do if you're the Titans.
Very true.
Bengals, number 45, Allison Smith.
Shimoda over to Trapanino. Topping back to Trapanino. Inside Baker, double team as per usual. And Topham inside. Great job.
Great play there. She made a three earlier in the game, so Brian decides to guard her at the three-point line. A little pump fake and right by the defender.
And who gets the ball? It's Brighton. Wow, steal. Shimoda with the steal. And over to Karen. That was almost a turnover. Trapanino for three is a little off and will go off the rim. Baker's right there. Wow, spins around and says, okay, I'll go in.
And Brian, they started the third quarter fast. It's sort of like how the first half of the game started, first quarter. Olympus started fast, and Brian came back. Right here at the start of the third quarter, Brian starts fast, and Olympus came back.
Now can the tides turn? Can Olympus take the lead for once in a long time? I believe it was early on, the Titans went on an 8-2 run.
Yeah, they started the game up 8-2, and then after that, Brighton went on a huge run, taking the big lead. And then since then, the Titans have played a little bit better, and they slowly brought the lead now down to 2.
We're going to resume play. Stevens gets the ball from Nielsen. Nielsen inside. Finds the hoop and does not. Oh man, I think it was a foul.
There was a foul on the shot, so 2 free throws instead of the basket.
I feel like with Brighton, they're good with the threes, but I feel like they're not as good as the free throw line.
Yeah, they've missed the 2 free throws they shot tonight. They both missed both. Now 0 for 3.
Last year, Olympus had Alyssa Blank, and she was one of the best scorers at the free throw in the nation. Of course, now she's redshirt at BYU. Shimoda with it to Trapanino. Karen finds Trapanino. Back out to Topham. Now Shimoda. She gets it in! the lead only by 1 for the Brighton Bengals.
Olympus has just had great play design in the third quarter, running a lot of pick and rolls, taking it at the hoop, and finally cashing in on their shots.
And it's a block. Now Stevens, excuse me. Topham gets the ball. Oh no. It'll be Titan ball, I believe.
A foul called on Brighton there, just trying to fight for the ball.
Oh, it looked like it went off of Abby Topham, but refs see it as Titan ball.
Well, there was a foul there earlier on Brighton before the ball went out of bounds.
Karen with it. For 3. Give her 3! The Titans are leading. Can you believe it? Wow. The sides have changed.
Brighton's been really sloppy of recent, turning it over and bad passes.
Everything good that Brighton has done. And I think now they're just tired. Olympus is just cashing on their mistakes. And Shimoda gets the ball, unable to get the 2, but Topham's there. There she goes. Oh, she's unable to get it. Now Karen with it. For 3. Oh, that's an air ball, but it's okay.
And she's made a lot of threes today.
Nielsen, mishmash. Inside, Smith. For 3. Unable to get 3, and the 3 won't go. Schwabenino with it. Inside. Whoa, that would have been an awesome play right there. Oh! Wow! Whoa!
And Brighton, they just barely took a timeout to try and stop this run, but the run is still going. Olympus doing everything right, forcing turnovers, and Brighton really can't score on offense.
Nielsen, oh no, Stevens, excuse me, that won't go and out of bounds. That'll be Titan ball. Brighton was doing everything right in the first half. Now I think that each of the players are just tired as the game goes on and just not able to play as well as they once were.
That's just really one thing stacking on top of another. Olympus starts to go and Brighton feels like they have to do more, so they start pushing it, then they keep turning it over, and they just feel like they have to do more and more and more, when in reality, at this point, you just have to slow it down and play your brand of basketball.
I haven't seen Josh Baker be double teamed in a little bit.
Yeah, they started doubling her at the start of the game, but then they switched to just playing one-on-one and let the defenders go one-on-one, and it's really been working this whole game. There hasn't really been the need for the double team.
We're going to resume play. This is a barn burn. Chobani into Shimoda. Over the timeline. Chobani with it. Shimoda now inside. Baker to Topham. Oh no! Bad pass there.
Just a miscommunication. Abby Topham thought the player was stopping at the three-point line, but continued going to the hoop, and the pass was at the three-point line where the player wasn't.
Unfortunate break there for the Titans. No, it's Chin with it. Now Stevens, she finds Mishmash. To Stevens, back to Mishmash for 3. Unable to get it. Oh, she does!
And
wow.
What a lucky roll there that they really needed.
Sometimes physics helps in your favor. Baker. Wow. Less.
A traveling violation called on Josh Baker. Again, just really haven't been able to get anything going.
Less than a minute here in play. Chin with it, finds Mishmash. Back to Chin. Guard by Toppin. Stevens now. Oh man, out of bounds, and it'll be Titan ball. You can't do that. Robinino with it. Around, and she'll find it inside. Oh, it won't go. Smith with it, no shot clock. Chin with it. Now Mishmash.
And Brian, each of their passes here in this possession have almost been a turnover.
Sloppy ball right there, but they somehow get the rebound, and will be Titan ball. It's out of bounds.
And Brian, their layups tonight have not been falling. They got to be shooting under 50% on layups tonight.
Wow. Oh, and Shimoda almost gets the ball. And for three, unable to go, and that is Nielsen. No, it's Stevens, excuse me. What a third quarter that was. Olympus rallies back and are lead by 1.
You sort of felt a sense of urgency from both teams. Olympus trying to get back in it and then keep their lead once they got their lead. And then Brighton, the opposite, trying to extend their lead and then trying to get back in it. And really it just started building on top of each other. And then they made bad passes, bad decisions. And we just saw in that last 2 minutes of play, every pass from Brighton was tipped by Olympus. They just really weren't, they just need to slow it down and make sure when they're passing it, there's not an Olympus player that's going to tip it, because we saw way too many of those.
Before we go back to the fourth quarter, let's just mention some scores from around the state for girls basketball. Wasatch beat Maple Mountain 59-39. Spanish Fork beat Salem Hills 56-47. Davis beat Layton 42-29. They're one of the best teams from 6A. Weber beat Clearfield 42-27. Roy beat Kearns 34-33. Timpview beat Orem 53-28. Fremont beat Farmington 54-34. Timpanogos beat Alta 68-22. Lone Peak beat Westlake 65-32. Corn Can beat Pleasant Grove 61-51. And now we'll resume play. Romar to inbound for the Titans. She's in. Charabanino to Toppin, to Karen, to Baker. Cromar with it. Great play on the JV team. Topham inside. Nope, not. Dropping in for 3. Oh.
The ball hits the top of the hoop there. That's a dead ball out of bounds for Brighton.
Stevens with it for the Bengals. Mishmash, it won't go.
And seriously, how many jump balls are there going to be in this game? Especially Brighton doing a great job of always fighting for it. They get a rebound, Olympus gets a rebound, and Brighton right there fighting for it. And they've stolen a lot of possessions that way.
Brighton wants the ball at all costs.
And you'd think if they're that aggressive trying to force jump balls and rip the ball away, they'd be in foul trouble, but they really haven't fouled them much either.
Ooh, it'll be Brighton ball again. It's ridiculous and crazy how many possible turnovers that Brighton could hand over to Olympus.
And the ref here calling it Olympus ball. Not really sure what's going on there, but guess it's Olympus ball now.
That's odd, but okay. Komar will inbound for the Titans. Trabanino to Karen. Karen to Topham. Now Trabanino to Baker. Now Topham. Inside Trabanino. There goes Trabanino. Oh my goodness.
And right there, when the ball was tipped to Kaylee Trabanino, her foot was still on the line. Just unfortunate break for Olympus because they nearly had a great look at the hoop.
No one scored points in this quarter. Of course, it's just a little over a minute in.
Yeah, and these two teams, they had a really close game the first time they met, and here again, a close game.
And I think what really helped Olympus for that game was their first quarter, where they scored 20 points and Brighton scored 11. No good for 3. Baker gets control of the ball. Shimoda, that's Addie. And Addie Shimoda won't get 2. Racing down now is Smith. Stevens for 3. Air ball! My goodness.
Brighton, they haven't made almost a single shot since that, or three-pointer since that first quarter. You gotta wonder when they're gonna start making the threes again.
If you're Olympus, you have a golden opportunity to take the lead here. Oh, you're in the lead, but just keep making more points. You just need to finish. Smith for 3. And finally a 3 goes, and the crowd goes wild.
And that one was created by a third chance, the third shot of possession. 2 offensive rebounds for Brighton. They really are extending possessions, and it truly proves great right there.
Karen with it. Oh, man. It'll be Olympus ball. Not sure what went on there.
Just a little push there inside on Brighton.
Shimoda with it now. Baker inside, double team. And for Karen, the 3 won't go. Oh no! Bad pass.
And really everything wrong there. Not only was it the bad pass, but the player fouls immediately after. Turnover and the foul back to back.
Ouch. That's got steam. And a timeout called. I think it was from Brighton.
I believe it was a timeout by Olympus.
Couldn't really tell there anyways.
And so we're only 2.5 minutes gone in the fourth quarter, and only 1 made shot combined. The 3 from Brighton came on their third shot possession. Both teams giving energy on defense, not allowing anything.
It's been a great game through in and throughout. Got the highs and lows of each team. Best player for Olympus is Avi Karen.
Yeah, she's really been a lift for the offense tonight. If she wasn't making her shot and her three-point shot tonight, they really would be not in this one.
It's like Brighton knew what they had to do going in, but they didn't expect, I don't think they expect what Avi Karen did tonight.
Yeah, and if you do your job, and that's defending the best players like Josh Baker and Shimoda, and if you're able to do that, then Olympus, you're going to need other players to step up like Avi Karen, what she did tonight.
Rice with it. She finds Baker, now Shimoda. For 2. Unable to get it. Oh, that's an unfortunate break there. Stevens with it. Oh, mishmash now.
Olympus are trying out their zone here.
Oh my goodness, another 3.
There they are. That one way off target, but the backboard helps them and banks it in.
Shimona to Karen. Rice, now Baker. Rice now unable to get 2, and this is not good for the Titans. They need to make points. Oh, bad layup there, won't go.
Again, Brian just not making the layups. We saw him get a great look there, wasn't able to fall. Then their aggression, like I mentioned earlier, how they haven't been able to foul, but able to force a lot of jump balls, but now the foul is starting to catch up.
Karen inbounds to Chirabanino. Topham. The Chirabanino. Shimona now. Chirabanino. Topham. Josh Baker has it inside. Oh, floater won't go. Oh, she gets 2, and they're within 1 possession. It's anybody's game here at Olympus High School. For 3. No way! O'Neal with the 3.
Three-point shooting teams will go through three-point shooting stretches. They had a great one in the first quarter. They had a shooting slump in the second and third. Now here in the fourth quarter, they're starting to shoot great again.
Oh, no. Oh, how is that? No, a foul is beyond me, but it's Brighton ball.
Yeah, right there. It wasn't out of bounds. Just sticking with it. Tried to save it from going out of bounds, but right to the Brighton player. Fast break. Now they're shooting free throws.
Will she get it? She will.
Brighton on a 13-2 run after Olympus opened up a 4-point lead in the third quarter.
And that is crucial points for the Bengals.
And their lead at 8, that's really been the biggest lead they've had all night. And so all that work Olympus did in the second and third quarter to get back into it, take the lead, is now gone as Brighton's got their lead all the way back up to 8.
Chirabanino now. Well, they get the jump ball. Olympus gets possession of the ball. It's now or never for Olympus if they want to win this. Chirabanino for 3. Unable to get the 3.
Didn't get it, but they had the double screen, sort of an elevator play, goes through and they close it off. Wide open look, just couldn't get to fall.
Stevens now for 3. No good. And Baker gets the control of the ball.
And Brian, they've been pushing the pace all game. They've been moving fast, shooting shots within 10 seconds of the shot clock. But right now, I think they need to slow it down and really take the full 30 seconds.
Baker gets 2. And now, oh.
Because of Brighton right here, if you take 30 seconds off of each possession, you're only going to give Olympus 3 possessions for the rest of the game, and you're up 6. So I really think you need to slow it down, take your time, and milk this clock.
Nielsen with it, now up to Smith. Now Stevens. Now back to Smith, inside. Throw over, they're gonna have to shoot the ball. Oh, won't go. Oh man, crucial points here for the Bengals.
And that's just killer. You do a great job. You're defending for 30 straight seconds. You force a missed shot. Then an offensive rebound gives them another chance for the cash in.
Topham with it. Stevens with it. Oh man, and another foul.
Olympus here playing the foul game. They still have a few fouls to go in the bonus. They've played such a clean game. I don't know if they're going to take it all the way to the free throws, but they're just trying to get their foul total up so that when they do want to force them to the line, they don't have to foul 4 consecutive times.
And over to Smith from the Bengals. Man. Only a timeout.
I believe this one's by Brighton right here. They have 1 timeout left after this one. I think it's a great call. Olympus are trying to foul. This gives you your chance. You're up 8 to really set everything going. Make sure you're on the same page on what to do, and really to tell your team to waste the clock, take your time, because a lot of those passes they were doing were dangerous passes where they're throwing it over the outstretched arms of defenders. So you can still run your offense at this point, just those passes that we've seen so common where they're throwing it right past the defender's arms. I think those you have to hold off on because turnovers are really the only chance for Olympus, so you can't turn it over the ball.
A.B. Karen has 13 points and Josh Baker has 11 points for the Titans.
And really what a balanced scoring attack for Brighton. All 5 of their starters have over 5 points in this game.
And another foul.
And that one puts them on the line here. It is a 1-on-1, so if you miss the first free throw, you won't get the second one. So this first one extra crucial.
Won't go, and Topham gets the ball. Can Rice get 2? She does.
Great play here. And Brian, if you can't make your free throws, you're opening the door for Olympus. That's the 2 things, turnovers and free throws that you have to do. You can't make turnovers, and you have to make your free throws if you're Brighton if you want to keep the lead.
I think the only real chance here for Olympus is to score 2 3-pointers and hope that Brighton scores nothing. I just don't see that happening.
Well, if they continue at that pace where Brighton misses 1 free throw and they get a layup in 5 seconds, they'll have this one tied with 1 minute to go. But I don't know if that's going to happen exactly the way it just did in that 10-second sequence. But so still a good chance here with 1:20.
Score is 47-41. Olympus is. Sophie Nielsen will inbound. Whoa. I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. Brighton's not good at scoring.
Yeah, and Brighton, they've been struggling all game from the free throw line, but we just mentioned it. They really got to make them now. If you've been missing them all game, this is where it counts.
And look at this. Olympus has the ball. Karen with it. Now Baker.
And if you're Olympus, you don't need a 3 necessarily. You can still tie this game with 3 layups. Well,
What?
got the 3.
I can't believe it. Trapanino just scored a 3.
And Brighton, they really, we just mentioned it, they can't miss their free throws because Olympus is still within distance. 1-score game now.
Karen with it.
If Olympus goes fast, they won't have to foul next defensive possession. But they got to shoot it about now.
Baker with it. Trapanino for 3. Ooh. And who gets the ball?
Jump ball right there. I believe Brighton has a possession arrow, and they do. So Olympus, they still need a foul. Just a couple made free throws from Brighton should do it, but man, I don't know at this point.
They'll need a miracle 3 or lucky layups or something.
Well, with 30 seconds, you can get a layup. If you're down 3 of 30 seconds, you can get a layup, foul. Even if Brian makes those 2 free throws at that point, you're still a 1 possession. So we're not quite at yet the must shoot a 3.
Now it's Maya Mishmash at the free throw line. Oh, this is a great time to do a timeout.
Yeah, and Olympus, they brought 4 timeouts into the last minute of the game, so they can take one. They took one almost after every other possession.
I'm going to go back a couple of games. Olympus played Highland a week or so ago, and at the end of the 4th quarter, Olympus and Highland were tied. Coach Huntsaker calls the timeout just before, I believe it was Highland's Josephine Longay was about to do a free throw. After the timeout, she misses the free throw for a 1-on-1, and the Olympus holds the ball, and they go into overtime. Olympus wins the game in overtime. I don't know if something like that will happen, but could be deja vu all over again. Who knows? Maya Mishmash gets the crucial 3-point. Hold your breath.
And making it a 5-point game instead of a 4-point game really helps your chances. It is just 1 point, but that really changes everything. Because if it's a 4-point game and you're Olympus, you can make 2 threes. And no matter what, if Brian makes both free throws, you're tied. But now at a 5-point game, you have to bet on at least 1 missed free throw from Brian to have a chance.
Rice will inbound for the Titans.
That was just a little foul there, but I think that's the 17th foul for Brighton, so that puts Olympus at the line.
It puts Olympus at the line.
I felt like it was just a couple of minutes ago where both teams were at 2 team fouls, but now here we are, 9 and 7.
Of course, a lot of that was due to Olympus just fouling.
Yeah, Olympus was intentionally fouling.
Olympus clawing their way back up. We have exactly 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
And if they get this one, it's a 1-score game and 2 missed free throws from Brighton. They have a chance to tie.
1 possession. Olympus gets the ball.
That was just a weird pass. I don't know why you're throwing it like that.
Oh. Titans get ball.
Good call there to call the timeouts. But we just got to go back to that inbounds play. I don't know what Brighton was thinking. Really no excuse to even try that one.
That was a bad pass. It immediately went to, I believe it was Trapanino and Topham. Not sure what they were doing there.
Well, now Olympus, they get a whole entire timeout to draw up an inbounds play to win it, or I guess tie it. Yeah, and really the two things I said you can't do if you're Brighton, you got to make your free throws and can't turn it over. They haven't had a chance to turn it over. Well, I guess they just did turn it over, but making their free throws, and they really have not. And then you got the other side of the ball where you got to play defense, and if you're Olympus, you got to make your shots, and they've really made their shots. Hit a couple threes, layups, and they've made their free throws to get back into this one.
If you're Brighton, you shouldn't really have let this happen. But here we are. Olympus could tie the game, and it could go in overtime. We'll see what happens here. Rice will inbound the ball for the Olympus Titans. Charbonnier gets the ball. That was a little force. Oh. But they will go to the free throw line. It is not all over just yet.
Nearly had it, but right there you didn't need a three. But I like shooting it early because you have a chance for the offensive board like we just saw. So now if you make both free throws, you're down one, and no matter what, you're getting the ball back down three again, or if they miss a free throw, down two, or maybe even down one. So no matter what, Olympus will have a chance, if they make these free throws, a second chance to tie it.
Baker at the line. What? Oh,
Just
unfortunate break there.
Just a terrible roll off the rim.
Yeah, they haven't mentioned that spikes. You got the spikes on there.
Well, she'll go again. That goes. 15 seconds left on the clock. Olympus down by 2, and another timeout.
Man, how many timeouts have they taken in the last minute? I mean, each team entered with 4 timeouts. I think Brighton had 3 entering the last minute, and Olympus had 4. And so really, after every play, there's been a timeout.
And for good reasons. You want to think of a play of what you can do. Now, instead of having a chance to tie, Olympus has a chance to win the game. But I think if you're Brighton, you're just going to try to just run out the clock.
And we saw in high school this year, they added the shot clock, something new. And maybe another rule they could add is in NBA basketball, when it gets under 2 minutes, they take your timeout total down to 2, no matter what. Even if you had 4, you lose those timeouts then. And so maybe that's something to think about adding in basketball, so you can't take 5 timeouts into the last minute. And really, because when it gets to this point, the play to play is just really gone. It's a play, then a 1 minute break, a play, then a 1 minute break, and there's really no, it's really, basketball's supposed to be one continuous game, you know, where you're going back and forth, and when you bring this many timeouts in the last minute, it sort of breaks it up like this, so maybe that's something they can look at adding in the future.
It's already taken a long time for the shot clock to be implemented, but I do like what you're saying, and I think that would really help from just not taking a ton of timeouts. All right. We'll see what happens here. Brighton will inbound.
And let's see if they throw another crazy pass and a turnover. Oh, and they did.
Oh,
nearly.
no.
That was looking like a Hail Mary where they're down 5 trying to get a quick 3, not when you're up 2 trying to kill the clock. I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
You still have some time left. Just think it through.
It's a foul called. And Olympus, 1 miss, you'll get another chance. Just 1 miss from the line here, and then Olympus will have another chance to tie the game. It's in the double bonus now, so they get both shots no matter what.
They're going to need a lucky break here. It's all over, I would imagine now.
It's still a 1-possession game, though, so if they miss this one, Olympus just needs 1 shot to tie. A free throw here would go a long way to putting it away, though.
Less than 10 seconds. You got to count with the play. It's all over. 1.8 seconds left.
Well, and barring a crazy miracle, something unseen, this would be a great win for Brighton.
And
There
Brighton
it is.
wins 50-47.
You know, Olympus is a tough loss. It hurts. It brings your record down to 10-6, but still a great run. 6 straight wins for the Titans. Started region play 6-0, and they're still a great team.
All right, Brighton's next game is a home game against the Park City Miners on Tuesday. Olympus's next game is an away game against their rivals, the Skyline Eagles, on Tuesday. OlyTV's next broadcast is the boys basketball game where the Olympus Titans take on the Skyline Eagles next Tuesday. Be there or listen here on Tuesday at 7 p.m.
And what a game that'll be. The boys look to make it 18 straight wins versus Skyline in basketball. And it's not going to be easy because Skyline, they've been playing great in region play. Yorgo Gillespie is leading the team in points, around 17 points per game. That'll be a good one on Tuesday.
That will be it for tonight. I'm Calvin Fuller.
And I'm Jackson Bodley.
You've been watching OlyTV, and have a good night.